Hey there, Alta of Wisdom speaking. We are continuing our work on the device. We're almost there with regards to the sub-patcher, at least with the envelope editor. We have most of it. We're gonna work a little bit more on the contrast, the color changes, probably a little bit more on the mouse follower thing. And we're gonna implement the zoom, I think, to be able to edit the transient of the kick, because I think this is where it fails at the moment. And we probably will be finally able to do some sound check and work a little bit and see how usable this is and how tweakable it is. So let's get into it. You see, I'm never, even 27 hertz is not low enough for my minimum frequency. Some good kicks, they have even lower frequencies. So I need to change that. But there's nothing lower than 20, but it won't go down to 20 because that's not the unacceptable value. Because I don't think there's a note down there. If I just use a frequency here and do F to M and convert it to a frequency, I think the minimum I can go is 0, of course. Actually, he's giving me some non-existent notes. But the first one is yeah, there's something here. Okay, that's my range here, which has been limited by me, probably. So it's going to be between 0 and 127. Same here. At some point I thought that it would be useless, but it isn't. Because a minus 1 is actually the minimum that it will display. Because now it's 21. But it doesn't display what I want, and it won't go down. Oh, that's this one which I changed. Yeah, but this one is okay. Because I need to maybe check that this one has been changed as well from the main patcher, because it's actually sending things. Yep. Okay. Now I can go down to the lowest rumbles if I want to. It shouldn't change anything else, I think. That won't do, man, having this thing in the middle, right in the middle, and it's jumping a lot. Like an enter value. But it's not taken into account, as you remember, because the bank doesn't work. This is wrong. I mean, B. Oh yeah, I know what I did. I managed to click on the object. That's a funny one. How did I actually click on this thing? Yeah, anyway, let's just correct all that. Yeah, that's here. That thing that we have here has been switched on, but actually I want to have it ignore click. And same for this one, it should ignore the click. It's already done, I mean, just forgot to do so. But apart from that, this is a bit annoying because the range, that range of frequency gives us a so fast change that I don't even know how to compress this one. And that's a bit an annoyance. No. Let's try again and practice that. I'm not specifically trying to create the best kick. I'm just trying to see if this is useful. And this is really not good. The point should be there. It should be higher than that if I'm on the lower margin. Let's check. Yeah, here it doesn't. Cause any problem, but here, why is it disappearing? Oh, because I'm on top of these elements. I'm on top of a point. I don't even know. Okay, that's a side effect. I'm on top of something which is not the envelope, because my parameters here have a scripting name, and which is different from the envelope, so it caused the mouse to behave as if I was getting out of the envelope. So that's actually pretty nice, because having this double display here was quite a pain, and it's actually disappearing. But this thing is not where it should be. So let's correct that. There, inside our envelope manager, and it's happening when yeah, I want to draw my mouse start X, and so the start Y here is minus here, and I think that's Y max 35 could do, like so. And now I'll get everything. Yeah. And yeah, I need to initialize. Okay, and now my text, my display. Oh, that's not the mouse, which actually annoys me as much. It's the kick, the closest point, which is not at the back place, so it's going to be the same here. Let's initialize again. Switch back here. And this one is wrong, because my point is right where my mouse is, because I'm on close to the bottom. So it should actually be a pitch point number. Oh, where is my? Oh yeah, my circle is right, and my circle is here, pitch point number. that's here that we set the pitch point position. And we should be starting from there. Let's see that 0, -10, and let's see that 1, -10. And here I got a +10. Yeah, because I want it to be below. But I need to handle the case where my C1 is too close to the bottom. It's not only the position of the mouse, it's the position of the point as well that I need to handle. So let's check what it does. I mean, I've just closed the device. I've closed the device editor and just tweaking. So let's just dial this a little bit lower. And I'm not exactly at the reference thing, but I can change that probably, like so. Oh, let's listen to the reference. It's pretty different, okay, but whatever. But it's quite a nice, clean one. However, I think it's too long. I mean, that's one element I need to correct, because I don't know the actual the actual duration of my original kick, so I can't really tell if I'm same. Yeah, it sounds a little bit less like an 808. Apart from that, it's quite nice. Let's work a little bit with the phase. See if I can match this phase of the original one. Not sure it's any useful, but just for the exercise. Let's add the bass. Oh, that's not the bass. Yeah, no, that's my, what is that? Oh, that's the kick itself. Yeah. Yeah, what's this one? Yeah, this is one from Mute Productions. Let's try to tune a little bit the kick. You see, it doesn't match like the. I don't know what the actual note of my bass is. It's in F sharp. Let's see if I can do F sharp. No, not really. Because the part that we actually are hearing is somewhere here. And it's B0. So F sharp is somewhere here. That's the what I need to set that to some exponential value. That's my next step, and this is not really visible, whatever. It's quite different different from the original reference, which again is processed, so it's hard to replicate, but I see that my attack is quite lower, so I can set that a little bit up. Any further, but you can see my phase is opposite. Yeah, they roughly look the same, but they actually sound quite different one to the other. When I'm opening an editor, I always get this black thing, so some initial value seems to be wrong. I need to decide the default value for my rendered and reference. So let's just push this to it, and samely for this one, which is the reference, so this should be even less, like 15% opacity. And now let's actually I want to store this thing. Can I? I'll drag and drop. Is it not saving the default value, or is that this one is not? Yeah, parameter mode enabled, so this should be stored, and with the initial value, which is this one, let's call it. So that's ref kick color, which is stored, okay. And this one is ref kick opacity, and I don't want it to be that value. I don't know where it's changed. I want it 15, and see, it's storing my value, and I'm going to do the same here if it's not already done. Now visible to mapping, and whoop. Yeah, it's stored, but the actual value is okay, 100. But this thing should be stored as well. So that's rendered kick color, and I want to initial enable it to that value. And so this is rendered kick opacity this way. So now we should have something which initiates nicely. So the next step, which was wrong, is the fact that I want to use the duration of my reference kick to drive the duration of my main kick. So it's not really difficult, because if I replace this, it's gonna load. It bangs when the file has been read. Let's, because I have two drop things, so I'm gonna send this thing, which is new ref kick. Let's see, let's say that I'm gonna bang on new ref kick, like so. Oh, sorry, like so. And I'm gonna do that as well on the main patcher. So let's copy that. here. This is where it's happening. New ref kick. And what I want to do is update the duration here so that it matches the reference kick when I load that, because that's what I usually want to do. So I'm gonna have info, and that's gonna be a rendered kick. So I'm gonna grab information on the rendered kick when it's been updated. And this gives me quite a lot of stuff, but the main thing which interests me is this one of this total time in milliseconds, and this is exactly what I need. So I'm going to update this, and now as I already have a render kick, if I bang this info, you see that this my duration will be updated according to rendered kick. Or not. Yeah, 222. Oh no, that's not rendered kick. That's reference kick. And this is receiving, yeah, new ref kick. I don't know why this is wrong. So new ref kick will receive that message. Again, if I bang here, now you see that I'm down to 206 milliseconds, which corresponds to my reference kick length. So now I'm sure that if I drop something, it's going to update the main kick duration so that I am matching it. Good. Because it's going to be better to match. If I want to duplicate, if I want to replicate somehow an existing kick, I mean, the first thing is to use the same duration, because it has a huge impact on how the kick sounds. If I try that, yeah, it doesn't play anything now. No problem. Yeah, this hasn't been banged at all. Okay, and it's kind of wrong, so it means that something hasn't been received. Yeah, kick duration here has been received, and oh, it's not sent. Yeah, because I removed that a bit earlier when I was checking things. So let's do it again. And now I'm good. Okay. I think I removed 1 or 2 cables from there. That was the only one, and maybe some here has been removed as well. No, okay, we're good. So back again now on this thing. So get 2 things that I noticed if I'm back on the pitch envelope. So this is following okay. A part where, in the case where I have a point which is near the bottom, so not strictly at the bottom, something like that. And in that case, you see that my mouse is actually too close. My mouse display is actually too close, so it's not really nice. And the text here is even worse, so this should be changed. So let's start with this part. So we're gonna open that. We get dispatcher here. Oops. And this envelope manager is receiving a message to show the closest element. So it's yeah, it's in the mouse position. So let's just put some comments. So look for the nearest point. Only if mouse is up. So this is drawing the row point outline. And the part which is not working, and so hold on a sec. So pitch point number, and so this is display editable text with params. So the part which is not working, let's get back to our envelope. Can make it smaller. Part which is not working is this one. Here can look. So yeah, pitch envelope. So if I draw a point like there, I'm pretty okay. But yeah, no problem here. It's no problem as well. Let's just get there. There's no problem if I'm there as well. I can edit. Here it's okay. And if I'm top right, I'm okay as well. I can edit this point. And same if I'm in the middle, there's no problem. I can edit my point without any annoyance. So it's really in the case of the bottom that I need to change things. So the thing is, if my nearest point is too close to the bottom of my function, then I need to put the editing elements slightly above. And this is something that I'm going to deal with manually, I think. It might be this one. Handle case where point is close to the edge. So let's say, let's just increase that to 14, top 40. Yeah, as usually I need to trigger this. Yeah. So now I'm farther to the... It's not doing anything on the other ones, which are good. It's only when I'm near the bottom that I'm adding some pixels. And I may use this thing to hide the mouse. Let's see. No, because when I'm on the point itself, I would like to hide the envelope, hide the hovering thing. What's a bit weird is that it already should work. When I'm here, I'm on the I'm hovering. Let's display the current hovered element. Yeah, I'm on pitch halo. Let's say that if I'm on pitch halo as well. Pitch halo. In these two cases, I want to hide my mouse. Yup. Yeah. Doesn't seem to be working. No data. Oh, if I'm leaving pitch envelope, I want to hide, but it means that I'm no. So no, if I'm leaving pitch halo, I don't need that. It's actually here. I need a third cell, which will be triggered by pitch halo. And if I'm on pitch halo, then I want to hide my my display, my yeah. Sorry. Ah, I always get it wrong. Yeah, it's banging. Let's show the console here. So I'm on pitch envelope. I'm on pitch X. Oh, I'm not on pitch halo. It doesn't somehow it doesn't trigger pitch halo. I really have a problem with this pitch halo thing. I don't understand why it wouldn't receive any message and wouldn't answer to anything. If you remember, I had to connect that because it wouldn't just get the information directly from the patching manager. So there's something wrong with this with the var name. But however, I mean, I get the pitch halo here, so it's a bank. Yeah, I mean, forgot that. No, I don't forget anything. Now I get pitch halo, but not on the main picture. So this is somehow what I intended to say. Get probably some focus on the B patcher on the envelope, so the halo is on top of it and might not be triggered by hover. So we may need to have to intercept and do this thing from here, because actually when I'm on the envelope manager, I get all this information as well, so I don't really need to do that. So let's just remove this. But it means that I'm going to have to send a message from there. So let's not be too ambitious. So I'm going to have to route elements because I want to use this third outlet for different things. So the third outlet is there. Yeah. So I'm gonna use the current mouse position, which I have here, and I can use the main dist like so. This distance is in envelope coordinates, It's not in pixels. That's that might be a bit annoying. Is it? No, it's in it's in mouse. I think it's in mouse for elements. Okay, no, mouse to envelope. But I have the point outline, so I can measure the distance from mouse to point line. So it's easy. So if what I'm gonna do, if the distance, so the distance between this point, so distance between, that's gonna be a bit messy. Power of C. Yep. 0 minus, it's gonna be mx. Yeah. 2 plus, let's just copy that. C1 M1 my, and say if this distance is lower than, so it's going to be a distance in pixels. So say it's gonna, if it's lower than 25 pixels, that's just roughly good. I'm gonna use the same outlet to hide the mouse hover information. Mouse, and I'm gonna send hidden, and the message is gonna be 1. And but if I'm further than the closest point, hidden 0. The thing is, if I have 2 points which are quite close to each other, it may not work. But let's just check that for the time being. So let's say root mouse, and first we're gonna make sure that we actually are receiving values. Can remove these points and connect this here. Or maybe let's save, activate. And it doesn't display anything. Oh, there might be an error in my code. Line 200. I think I made an error here. Oh yeah, there's the one. Okay. SQRT. Oh yeah, that's mat.sqrt, which I want to use. A PO is not defined either. Yeah, you need to prefix everything with math. And write it properly. Good. Okay, I see that message are being sent already. So let's check. So my mouse is not display at all. Okay. Mouse hidden 0. Yeah, of course. And now I need to send that to my mouse update values, like so. Okay, so you see I'm hovering here, and when I'm too close, then the mouse actually disappears. However, I want to keep it when I'm moving the mouse. So let's add another condition. So if where am I? So if my distance is lower than 25 and the button is not pressed, sorry, if mouse is off, then I want to hide it. But it's in case not, I don't want to hide it, like so. Let's have a look. So my mouse is shown, now it disappears, but if I'm pressing here, it's actually updating, but not. Probably an error. Let's just remove that, because it's gonna mess up. Pitch point number is nil. Yeah, that's normal. Let's add just one thing. It's not really good, but just to check. Cool. So if my button is pressed, I want to make sure that I'm sending a message to activate the outlets, the hidden. Some reason it doesn't trigger anything while the mouse is pressed. Yeah, this is a bit annoying, so I'm going to add a Q metro like every second for the time being. So it's going to activate. This will have to be removed. Okay, I think I got it. The change here is actually wrong, because when I'm holding the mouse and dragging, and at least when I click, yeah, hold on, just check in a second time. So button pressed is 1, but where is my mouse? So this is properly called. What I can do here is if let's check for one element. I think I can do something like initialize here, which will try to initialize my aperture. Sorry. Okay. Okay, that's better. So it's gonna self-initialize without me having to intervene. Can do something. is something I wanted to do anyhow, is change the color of the halo if I'm BG fill color, if I'm dragging BG fill color, and I'm gonna send something for now, simple red, green, blue, and half opacity as that. Same command. And the color reaches here. Let's copy the values. And I think it's filled with 2L. Yeah, it seems that nothing is happening on this outlet while I'm in the JavaScript. It looks like all the messages, let's just say post and mouse, just to try to figure out what's happening in sequence, if possible. And mouse. So actually end mouse is really cold, so my function is cold, but the outlets don't seem to work, or at least not the second one. Yeah, current descending things, but this isn't. Oh, if button pressed equals to 0 is there. My bad. Okay, all this is only activated when button pressed is equal to 0. Okay, so I have to change quite a few things. So this is useless because button press is actually equals to 0. And this I will have to change. And that's going to be when button is pressed. So this is useless. And my hidden messages, so if button is pressed, then I want to have my mouse display. Yeah, and my halo is changing color. Okay, that's one problem less. Just a tiny thing here. Depending on my the colors, I have this thing which is not really clearly readable, so I need to put some background on it. Let's say that I'm gonna have the text color in white. And I have this to do the same here because it's different. Background okay, and text color on. That should be white. Oh, that's off. Text color off. All right. It's not very nice, but at least it's readable in every situation. and I have to do the same for the rest. We have the same problem here for the editable values. So all this should be we should edit at the same time. So let's say I'm gonna have 100% gray, and the text color yellow. No, that's gonna be my usual color, like so. It's not very nice, but at least it's gonna be readable in every situation. Okay, let's save. Now the next point was when I edit this, the value is jumping, so this can be sorted quite easily because this thing should have an exponential value, let's say 3. It means that it's going to react like a frequency. Just see what it does, if it's better. I still have something. Yeah, okay, too close. So I may have to that's still a bit slow, a bit too fast. Let's say 4.5. Yeah, I get a little bit of precision to edit my values. Do I really want to do that? Because my point is honestly very precise. I can really tweak this very precisely. At some point the question is, do I really need to show anything? To show these elements which are editable, as the mouse display is really nice and it's probably enough. I can have fast edit, and I can do slow one by holding shift. Yeah. Let's just remove all this. Yeah, the number, the curve. The curve can stay, but I mean, let's say we're holding Alt Shift. Holding Alt Shift allows for precise editing of the curve. I just can't see the value of the curve, but is that very useful? I doubt so. So let's just remove all that. At least remove it from the presentation for the time being. So I have my points. I know where my mouse is. But in that case, I wanna have the mouse display anyhow, because I don't see where I am. So yeah, I can probably add that back, but make them not editable. Just use them for display. Ignore click. So now I have the value, but it doesn't bother me that much because I don't edit them. Okay, for now, not sure about the colors. Color coding is not where I'm the best, so honestly. Good. volume here seems to be ignored. So it's probably sending nothing. Where is it? Like so. Ref kick volume. Okay, 0.31. It's happening. Yeah, click volume. Oops, but I don't have ref kick volume here. And rec kick volume should be used. Set. Okay, we got. So this is the. In one is the note which I'm receiving. Yeah, it's the note that I'm receiving. I don't have the velocity. I think velocity goes there and there. So yeah, I can do it here and use a select just to multiply in case we are using the external one. That's not really a big deal. Or I can try to do that here in the sampler, but anyway, do I really want to have this here? I'm not sure. Let's just remove it. Okay, and here I'm not gonna have a gate. So in one case, I'm gonna multiply. So this is my amp, which is gonna be used directly or multiplied. Okay, so I'm gonna give gate 2. No, that's a switch that I want because I have 2 inputs. So if I'm using the internal, then I'm using this thing directly. But if I'm having the kick, the reference kick, then I'm gonna have, I don't know, why I do have multiplied by 2. Yeah, it allows for more. Okay, and this is gonna be the kick volume if I'm using the reference kick, like so. And this is controlled by this thing, but we have to add 1 because I want to select 1 or 2, like so. And this is my signal, and this is my amp, like so. That's good. So let's just do a quick match. So I have like -10. You see my kick is really doesn't sound as loud as the reference one. There's too much energy somewhere. gamma kick is actually more powerful, but it sounds weaker. Not too bad. Let's check the power. So minus 10 for the reference one. And like, yeah, minus 1, minus 9 around. So yeah, but I don't have any click on mine for the time being. I have not, so far, I've not yet dealt with the click thing. which might exist on the reference kick. A little bit of cleaning. So this is our parameters. Let's just lock the background for the time being. So the length of my click is going to be there. Min and max pitch going to be one next to the other. Probably better to do it so. Like so. This is to open the floating window, but I'm going to change that. And this is my kick pitch envelope. It doesn't have any legend. I can add a text which will receive the same. So let's copy that as a legend. Like so. And this legend message will receive the color information that we get there. So I have the color here, which is line colors. And yeah, yes, root line color. And I'm gonna intercept that, unpacking these 4 values, unpack these 4 values, unpick. Ah, yeah, okay. Oh. And I'm gonna keep the color, but not the opacity. I want it to be opaque. And the message I want to send is text color. So prepend text color will be my message. Whoa. And I'm gonna have to pack these 3 values and full opacity, like so. So now if I change the pitch color, you see that my text is changing as well. This is actually not following at all. Yeah, it's 1, 2, and 3. So now my color is changing. Okay. I'm now pretty happy with what we have. All these things with the color, they take a little bit of space in the editor, but yeah. Another point that we actually don't have is this grid is not aligned to anything, and at some point I would like to have it show both milliseconds and as well the node value corresponding to that. So I can figure out a way to do so directly. It's not very nice. However, there's a thing that I'm currently thinking about. I've been working quite a lot on this, and you see that it's working quite nicely. But I mean, it's quite a big patcher, and it's not that clean. And the worst thing is that it doesn't update the reference kick as I change the points, because of by design function only output when you release the mouse, and this is a bit annoying. But I've just encountered a different approach. Somebody has implemented JavaScript UI equivalent to function, which doesn't have this limitation. It has other things that I need to probably to make evolve or to change, but it might be more suitable, and it seems to be lagging a little bit less. That's something I'm gonna have to try. It's coming from Marmot Audio, and it's open source, so I can use it quite easily. And I'm not intending to replace everything that we have here. but I may have something a bit more fluid using JSUI. I need to make a test first because here you see that it's a bit laggy on the screen because of the 4K and all that stuff. I'm not sure if the JSUI will be more fluid, so I'm going to test that on the same exact computer and compare in terms of performance using the same size, the same screen size, and the same envelope size, because that's one of the requirements is to have something which is as fluid as possible. Yeah, just tested this JavaScript thing. It's not actually faster. I mean, this is pretty fluid if you just look at what I'm doing currently. So in terms of performance, there's no big change. So the change would be mostly on the fact that my envelope is not outputted and not generated each time I move something. I need to release the mouse. So that's one point. And secondly, it might be a little bit nicer and a bit more cleaner to use this thing instead of what I've done. But it doesn't seem that urgent at the moment. As you can see, if I increase the size of my window, then it starts to be a little bit sluggish. A little bit, not really critically, because when I'm editing, I mean, it's a bit slower because I'm inside Max. But I'm inside Live, then it's pretty okay, as you can see. However, that's it. Oh, yeah, okay. And but the usual sizes of edition, it would be okay-ish. Now, what I do not have, and that's going to be the next step, I think, is being able to zoom in, especially on the beginning of the wave. Not sure I need to zoom anywhere else. Doesn't really make sense to zoom here because there's nothing fast happening in that place, and we see it pretty much nicely. So having only a zoom, a horizontal zoom that allows us to see a bit better what's going on in the first milliseconds can be interesting. So I'm gonna figure out a way. The simpler one will be to change the size of the V-patcher and put it somewhere out, but I need to make sure that it's not going to create any things like that. You see these scroll bars, because some elements are outside of the window, then it's just an annoyance, because it's really something that I want to avoid as much as possible. It has to behave like some VST, and nothing too clumsy. So let's check this out. So firstly, let's create a parameter for zooming. So I'm going to copy this one and like so. So it's going to be zoom X. And now getting to the point, because if I want to zoom, then I need to change a lot of things. So actually I want to address the thing which is there, as you can see. So this is receiving bang messages to output, so I don't have any direct access from the main patcher. However, what I do receive is this thing, which is a list which contains the dimensions. So I could add another parameter, something like ZL join, to combine two lists. I'm going to add to this list. No, I'm going to add to this first list the zoom information. So like this, I got 5 parameters, and the last one would be the window size. So let's just send something here, resize the window, and now what we receive there actually contains 5 parameters. So let's say that the 5th one is going to be processed differently. And let's see if there's a way to zoom horizontally without too much of a hassle. Appearance, zoom X. Let's zoom factor 0, 1. If I say 0, 0.25, 25. Then I'm just seeing the beginning. So this could be a simple way, at least for the envelope. So let's try this. So I'm gonna do pack zoom. I think that's zoom X. Well, I always forgot. Zoom X, yeah, zoom X from 0 to, and yeah, let's say let's directly use this for the time being, like so. Gotta grab the same color, that green, and now if I play with the zoom, it doesn't work. It doesn't work because I'm setting big values here. I need the second outlet, the one which is between 0 and 1. And not quite. Was it still standing? Oh, because I didn't change anything here. Let's see. Oh, okay. The little joint doesn't actually. Yeah, it's like a pack, the regular pack. I need probably to bang to repeat the output. So it's going to be TBF. So updating the last value and then setting it. And then I should have, yeah, my proper value. Still not working. But normally, at least I should be receiving 0.4 at the right value. But this is still me doing crap. There we go. Yeah, something wrong with the way I use pack 0F, and I'm gonna prepend. I thought I could do it simple. Zoom X, and this should work better. Like so. So I have a more detailed view on the beginning. So for the envelope is quite okay. However, I think that this, is it okay? The thing is that now everything that I have here is wrong because of that zoom information. So I'm actually drawing my points badly, and and as well drawing my mouse. My mouse doesn't have the proper value, so I need to intercept that zoom information from my from my envelope manager. So let's gonna add this zoom value, which is defaulted to by default with it's gonna be 1. I'm gonna have function zoom using a value, and and I'm going to zoom equals 2V. It's mouse to envelope, which is actually wrong. So I'm going to scale my X values from the pixels to 0, and the maximum value is probably our zoom value, and Y is not changed. And oppositely, I'm going to change here as well, and normally that should be enough to get us right. So let's just send a new zoom value, and now no, doesn't seem to do anything. It doesn't seem to do anything. Oh yeah, I need to, of course, send that zoom. So yeah, easily zoom $1. So this is the zoom value, and I'm gonna send it to my envelope, like so. Let's grab the color and install this thing to reuse it. Now I can grab it, like so. And then if I zoom, then no, I'm still not doing it right. My points are not at the right position, and my mouse neither. So oh, there's some print here which I need to remove. But that function doesn't seem. Oh, okay. Yeah. I do that quite often. I mean, I got a variable which is named zoom, and I got a function which is named zoom. So I'm gonna change one of them. So let's gonna zoom x. Oh, let's do the same using the same name. So zoom x and zoom equals to zoom x. So then I can use the same message that we get here, which somehow makes sense. And now my zoom is actually working here, and my point, no, nothing's working anymore. Now I get 0 for everything. Yeah, actually my zoom message has 2 values, so that's going to be min. That's min x, max x, and I'm going to use max x. For the time being, I only want to zoom on the maximum value. So let's try again, like so, and now okay. So now you see that I'm only zooming on half part of my envelope. If I zoom even more, I can quite see something very precise. So I'm 1 millimeter from the beginning. So this seems to be alright. Okay, we're gonna have to do the same on the waveform display. This is no big deal because actually the waveforms have 2 separate inlets here. Selection start, I think it's display start maybe. Display length, so we got display start and display length. And then I can use the zoom here. There's a bank here, yeah, it's to copy. So the display length will receive the zoom, and it's probably, I'm gonna have to use the duration somewhere. I think let's kick duration, which is sent somewhere. And instead of this duration, I'm gonna have to multiply it by the zoom. Yeah, for now, let's do a simple cable. We'll see if we have to do something else. And if I do that, normally, if I change my zoom, it should as well change the display. I probably need to send the duration again, at least for once. And if I change the zoom, it doesn't, oh yeah, of course, as usually, I need to trigger my hot inlet, like so, there, and here. Let's see. Okay. Now I'm able to zoom on my envelope, so I can see exactly what's going on at pixel level, even almost at pixel level. And so I can then tweak my envelope from the beginning, if need be. Of course, this the amp envelope haven't been modified, so I need to do the same on the amp envelope. But first, I need to make sure that I'm okay. So what I see here, this is my generated waveform. So here I should be at a higher frequency, definitely, something like that. And but the frequency should diminish quite faster, something like that. And here I'm already too fast, so let's just diminish here. Whoop, that's too far. Yeah, somehow like that. Let's zoom again. Let's zoom out again and tweak our amp envelope, which is apparently wrong. It doesn't seem right afterwards because of this. So let's say I'm going to add a point. It's getting, I think, better. Not listening to anything at the moment. It's just checking the editor. So here it's a bit laggy, but I'm really zooming a lot on the display. Usually the display should be something like that. And as you can see now, it's quite faster, but still while I'm editing, it's a bit laggy-ish because I'm inside Max Editor and not in the real environment of Live. So let's just close it and see how it is. Yeah, you see it's way more reactive. Oh yeah, you see I'm editing at the wrong place. Getting nicer now. Okay, so we've finally been able to play a little bit of sound. We've been able to work on the matching reference kick and see how easy and how convenient the device is as it is. Of course, we have only done the pitch side of the things, but it's probably the trickiest part. Playing with the amp envelope is gonna be no big deal compared to the pitch envelope, because on the pitch envelope you have this frequency thing. You need to be able to zoom in quite extensively on the beginning, because the initial pitch shape is really what defines the transients, whereas the envelope volume is usually much simpler. It's got less points. Some work on the colors as well, synchronizing the main patcher and having things follow properly. We will probably have a global look once again on next session and see if everything is all right on this pitch envelope. And then finally we'll see how we can copy that envelope to create or to recreate the amplitude editor, which is currently the older version, and see how we can do that without having to rewrite everything or just copy and edit things inside the subpatcher. One of the key questions is how we will be able to generalize this pitch editor and make something that with only a few parameters that are sent to it would be able to be used as well for the amp editor. Not sure how generic it is, especially with the frequency range. So maybe we're gonna have some work to refactor that pitch editor. So anyway, thank you for watching. If you like my video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to support me a little bit further, you can consider supporting me on Patreon. So take care, cheers.